See, here's my problem. They had a great chemistry, great formula in the first movie. They ruined that at the ending because now it's like they shut the door on.
Well, they don't ruin it.
They shut the door. They concluded it. Right. My problem is we only got one adventure. That's not enough. And thematically, it doesn't make sense that Kay would retire so quickly. He just retired his partner. So you're talking like a few months later, he retires himself? It's like they weren't.
Yeah.
It comes too quick. I get thematically why they did it, but to me, that should have happened in the third film. Think of the payoff if we had several films of them having adventures together, and then at the end, that could have been the finale of the whole series, is when he finally retires Kay. Think about how powerful that could have been. But they don't earn it by the end of this runtime. It feels too sudden. I didn't like it. It's just like, really? Like, okay, like why are you retiring immediately after your partner? It doesn't feel earned. They put it at the wrong time. And they knew they fucked up because they rewrote the second one. They immediately are like, forget it, Agent L. Who the fuck knows what happened to her? And then he's got to find Agent K, but Agent K isn't Agent K. He's like his actual person. And he doesn't act like Agent K for 90% of that film. Yeah. Because the whole plot is like they have a deneuralizer, which is like this giant thing he's got to get in. And the bad guy is like trying to stop them from using that machine. So
they don't want him to get all the memories
right.
back.
So literally it's not until like the end of the third act he gets his fucking memories back finally, and now he's Agent K. But guess what? But then the movie's over.
And then they didn't do another movie for like 10 years or something.
So then they do another movie, Men in Black 3. Men in Black 3, it opens with a very short little thing with Agent K and Agent J and Tommy Lee Jones. It's a very short, like, they go on this quick little mission, basically.
Okay.
And it's okay. It's not a bad sequence. And then Agent K is all depressed. We don't really know why. And then Agent K gets erased from time. That's the plot. It's a time travel movie.
Oh, okay.
And so then
time mechanics.
So then Agent J has to go back. They go with like the Back to the Future logic, where it's like whatever you do here, it's the same. It's all one timeline.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then he goes back in time. And now he's in the 70s version of the Men in Black, which is a fun idea.
That's a great idea.
It's like when they first started, and it's all period accurate.
Awesome. Yeah.
And it's like they don't even have. So like one of the jokes is like they have real guns. There's no sci-fi guns. Yeah, and even Will Smith's like, no, sci-fi gun. Give me a sci-fi gun. And then he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So the young K is played by Josh Brolin, who does a great Tommy Lee Jones impression.
Yeah, that actually sounds fun.
But again, here's the problem. I just want to watch Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, but you didn't give it to us in the second film because he's not himself.
Yeah.
And now you don't give it to us in the third film because he's not in the movie. It's Josh Brolin, and Josh Brolin is not playing Agent K. He's playing a young, happy-go-lucky Agent K.
Before he's all bitter and jaded.
Bingo. Okay. So it's not the same dynamic. It doesn't work at all. It actually makes, they almost make, that their dynamic doesn't work for me.
You can't always get what you want, all right?
No,
just stop complaining.
No, let me finish my rant. And then that film ends with him coming back, and because he fixes everything, and then Agent K is alive. And then it turns out, the big revelation is they actually had more of a connection than we knew at that point. There's a revelation that Agent K has actually been secretly looking at, like, watching over Agent J his whole life.
Okay.
Which I don't mind that. There's things in 3 I like. But what pisses me off is, again, all I want is just the adventures of Agent J and K from the fucking first Men in Black. Just give me that. The movies didn't do it, but the fucking cartoon did, and the cartoon nails it. The cartoon retcons the ending of the movie. Agent K does not get neuralized, doesn't get his memory wiped.
The movie.
That doesn't happen. It just immediately starts off with, okay, the movie has happened, and now we're going to proceed. And now we get Agent J and Agent K.
That's fucking cool.
And every episode is a fun hijinks, alien romp. It's fun. And they introduce all kinds of different aliens, all kinds of, like, what the movies didn't do, the cartoon went nuts with. Because the cartoon was like, you have a blank check, you can create any lore you want. Because they're not. Where this isn't going to be canon
anyways. It's also
anyways.
Animation, so you can draw like anything.
Right.
You don't have to like.
Right. And the character designs are so good for the aliens. We get all these weird alien races. We get all these neat weapons. We get fun new characters that only exist in the cartoons. They have recurring characters in the cartoon. Like they create a new villain called Alpha, who is one of the best recurring characters. He's so like horrifying. He's literally like an ex. So he is an ex Men in Black agent who goes rogue, and he becomes like a terrorist who his whole thing is like he's trying to tear apart the Men in Black organization.
He wants to destroy the organization.
Yes, because he feels that alien tech should be available to everybody. So he's not actually like
yeah.
And he augments himself with alien tech. So
it sounds
it's
awesome.
very body horror.
Yeah.
So
it's like Cronenberg shit.
He literally becomes like by the end, but he's a recurring character. And like the beginning, he's like slightly augmented. Then he gets a little more
becomes full.
Literally by his last appearance, he's like a thing creature that can like assimilate things into him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he can like assimilate their character. He becomes like a super mutant, like a mutant basically, right? The cartoon just goes
that sounds fucking awesome.
Right. Yeah. It goes ham wild with all this shit. And it's fucking awesome. And they don't write Elle out of it. They keep her.
I remember it. Yeah, she was.
They keep her on as an agent of the Men in Black. She works at the headquarters. She's like one of the lab techs. But they keep her on. They don't get rid of that character. And they develop that character. And it works. And sometimes the mission has all three of them on it.
Yep.
And there's other agents. We get like
well, you're describing the TV, like a TV show that's syndicated, but it's also like animated. You can do a lot more with that.
I know, but what I'm saying is
the
biggest crime here.
You can't always make like a fucking $300 million blockbuster every year. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones have other projects.
I get that. But what I'm saying is the cartoon showed what they could have done and they didn't do it. You're saying because it was a cartoon, it was easier to do. I'm saying they made movies anyways. They should have just followed what the cartoon did.
I see. Yeah, okay.
They already spent hundreds of millions making another 3 movies. Why not do them good? You know, like why not?
Why can't it be good?
Right. You got it. Why can't they just do it good? The cartoon fucking nailed. They should have taken the blueprint. And I'm pitching this to Hollywood right now. Here's my pitch to you. You're going to bring Men in Black back at some point. There is potential there. It is a cool concept that you can do. It's like a blank check, you know? It's like a playground for creativity and fun alien and sci-fi science fiction. Watch the cartoon and just fucking adapt that. That's it. It's the end of my pitch. Because like everything's already written. They just adapt what's already there. They already did that well. Or if you don't even want to use those characters, you want to use new agents, you don't want to use J or K or any of that shit, fine. But take the blueprints of the show and adapt that. Like take the bits that work and then make that work.
I think it could work. Like you could do anything with the concept.
That's what I'm saying. It's a blank check.
It's just a mysterious organization that tracks and hunts aliens and arrests aliens. Like you could do anything. It could be like True Detective, where every season is different agents or a different case or something. You could do anything with it.